All right, so this is just picking up where we left off on wave vocabulary. One of the last things we need to talk about is interference. And interference in general is just simply when two waves are at the same place at the same time and affect each other. And I'm sure you guys have seen this happen numerous times where you have two wave pulses. One goes this way, one goes this way. What happens when they cross each other? Well, they're going to interfere. They're either going to add or subtract depending on how these waves are oriented. In this particular case, we're going to have something known as destructive interference. Destructive interference happens when two waves subtract on each other, when you have a amplitude that is upward meeting an amplitude that is downward, and they completely cancel each other out. Well, it may not completely cancel each other out, but there is some cancellation. There is some cancellation going on with the waves. So as these two, since they're approximately the same height, one being up, one being down, when they actually meet, they will completely cancel each other out, and you're going to be left with a string that has just no wave on it. Now, that's only going to happen for a split second as these waves pass through each other. Once that time has gone and passed, then you'll have these two waves on each other's sides going on about their business. So it's only when they are at the same place at the same time do they interfere with each other. So if we have a different situation where you have two wave pulses that look like that, this one going this way and this one going this way, then you can end up with something called constructive interference. And if you take a look at destructive as being tearing down, then constructive interference is when you're building up. So when this happens, you are given a wave that is twice as big only if these are the same amplitude. If this has an amplitude A and this one has an amplitude A, then this would have an amplitude of 2A. So it's a reinforcing, or it's a building up, where you get something bigger than the individual ones put together. So it's destructive interference, that's constructive interference. And it turns out that diffraction, what we talked about in the last video, diffraction, the bending of light as it goes around a corner, is subject to a lot of interference, as we'll talk about later, that end up with some very weird effects. But that's refraction, that is diffraction, and that is interference. A couple other ones that I just need to mention. These are fairly simple, but I want to make sure that everyone has my definition for them. Echo is simply a reflection of a sound wave. And I'm sure you guys can figure that out. Sound wave goes out and bounces on something, comes back sometime later, and that is your echo. Pitch is just simply another word for frequency. All right, that is it. Pitch is another word for frequency. And I do believe that covers all of the words on the vocab list. So you will have a quiz in a few days, and hopefully you have taken notes on this and you can study for the quiz.